What's up, guys? Welcome back. Intro hopefully was cheesy and cool and not cheesy and gay. If it's gay, let me know down below. Anyways, every time I ask, hey, give me some ideas for content, what would you guys like to see, I get a lot of feedback on do more loadout videos. We like loadout videos. Hell, I love them too. Let's do a complete direct action loadout. World War III loadout, as y'all put it. So the scenario for this one is basically going to be like family safety is not a priority. We know that they are safe, so they're whatever, fill in the blank, we don't have to worry about their safety. We need to infiltrate and raid a grocery store that's being taken over by a local warlord that is killing the local populace and bogarting all the supplies and stuff like that, hoarding all that stuff. So fill in the blank with whatever justification you need for direct action, World War III, yada yada yada. My belt, y'all seen it before. There it is in all its glory. So we'll go over the belt and then we'll go from buckle and go this way. So the belt is a Core Essentials battle belt. It's 1.75 inches, double molly, extremely rigid. I really like it so far. It's got the ratchet system. In case you get fat or skinny real quick, it helps so that it's not permanently adjusted. So from there, what I like to run, I have a S-Stack Kiwi 1 pistol mag that I run in that. Next to that, I have the S-Stack Kiwi rifle mag. So that's going on the side position. Next, we have a collapsible dump pouch. This comes in handy for snacks, water, phones, and ground loot that you find. Quick tip / hack that I like to do with my dump pouches: run some paracord through the bottom of it or some shoestring. That way you can tie that off to your leg and you don't have to worry about your dump pouch flopping up and down depending on what you keep in it. The 6 o'clock position is a new addition that I've been running. I don't run it all the time, but I want to have the option. It's an old pistol mag pouch that I cut the bottom out of, and I run the SOG Tactical Tomahawk, whatever you want to call it. Extremely good breaching tool, getting in and out of doors, removing scalps or heads, any other applications that you can think of, fill in the blank, but it is a good tool to have nonetheless. And you don't always have to run it. So moving from that, I've got a set of Smith & Wessons. Always good to have that in case you need to detain somebody. I run those in an old school Phobos Kydex cuff case. I used to use that at work back in the day. Comes in handy. Going down the belt, we've got my sidearm of choice. It's going to be the 19X. We've got a video coming out in the future on this. This is a 19X lower, and I'm running a PSA dagger upper that's RMR cut, because I had the original 19X that isn't optic cut. So we're gonna be reviewing that, seeing how well that works. So that is running in a Safariland. I can't remember the model number, but I'll throw it down in the description or up on the screen, something like that. But it's the Streamlight compatible light bearing holster and then optic cut. And then next to that, the last thing I have is just a simple carabiner with my gloves, and then it has my handcuff key so I can double lock. So that's everything I have on the belt. So the next piece of kit that you saw was my plate carrier and then the placard. So nothing fancy going on with this. In fact, it looks quite ghetto. But it's actually a super cheap JPC knockoff. I've had zero issues with it, significant issues, I guess you could say. So stitching's held up decently. The only thing that I did to modify it, and I still have to do some additional modification, was I tied these clips on to the molly up here, cut the front panel off, and then from there I can run my chest rig placard. And then it also will Velcro on the back. Once I remove that back piece of Velcro, I just run this around my back. As you can see on the plate carrier, for the most part, I run the sides slick, except for fixed blade. So basically, it's the exact same setup as my chest rig. I've got medical in this pouch, so I've got chest seal, tourniquet, and trauma shears. The 3 pouches up front, I've got glowies and a spare pocket knife, smokes, and or any other kind of distraction devices you so choose. Over here, I've got my multi-tool. And then in this pouch, I can either run 2 20-round mags if I want to, or perfect fit for my rangefinder. So rangefinder or mags go in there. And then on the left side, I've got a radio pouch up front where I can run my 2-way line of sight radios. And then I have this other mag pouch to the side that I have converted over for another set of comms, whether it be Bofang, ham radio, whatever. So these are kind of multi-purpose, but primarily set up for comms. And then obviously you've got your 3 mags on board. Headlamp I have mounted to the plate carrier, and then over here on the shoulder strap I have a pretty sturdy key ring. And on this, a lot of people forget that when it comes to all this tactical stuff and training, they forget that, you know, it's important to be able to get in or through doors. So breaching equipment, these crow's feet, you can get these at Harbor Freight for super cheap. And what I do is I just slide it through that D-ring and then underneath that cummerbund, and it keeps it nice and secure. And then if I need it, just comes straight out. On the back side, I run it, I guess you could say, slick. There's nothing in any of these pouches, and it's so that I can run a backpack on the back. But if need be, I have this set up as kind of a buddy system, because if I'm wearing a plate carrier, more than likely I'm going to be with a group of dudes. And so I've got a triple-double mag pouch in the back, a sundry of crap that you could put in here: water, ammo, radios, distraction devices, all that stuff. And then of course I've got a triple pistol mag pouch up here. All kinds of other stuff could go in these as well, but I leave these pretty much empty. So moving into the next piece of kit is going to be cargo systems, whatever you want to call it, backpack, and then bump helmet, nods for whatever you're running. Backpack is a good thing to always count as a piece of your setup. It helps the sustainment of whatever ops you're doing. So I usually have a compartment dedicated for nods that is padded so I can stow my night vision if I need to. I usually run with the backpack semi-empty, except for, you know, food, basics of self-sustainment, stuff like that. But other than that, I'll run it primarily empty so that if I need to, I can stow my helmet in here, or if there is any other cargo that I'm going to be picking up based off of what I'm doing, that I can throw in there. So I don't want to like run into the heat of battle with a loaded down backpack. But I can ditch it, and if I ditch it, I'm not losing a whole lot, if you catch that drift. I run fixed blade on there. Can't ever have too many knives. Surprise knife. So yeah, bump helmet wise is pretty simple. It's a cheap, like Team Wendy airsoft knockoff. I really don't care about ballistic protection at this point. I guess if we're doing direct action, then yeah, I would want something ballistic rated, but you know, I don't have one right now. Beggars can't be choosers. On my helmet setup, I run just a simple cheap flashlight off to the side, rhino mount for the nods. I've got the IR strobe on back so that my homies can see me, and then I run the tomahawk pouch on the back, and for the counterweight I just run pretty much a box of buckshot as a counterweight, and it seems to work pretty good so far. As far as nods go, y'all know that I've been reviewing these right here. Sightmark Wraith 4K digital night vision. Those are pretty cool, but my tried and true are my freaking Gen 1 analog Sightmark Ghost Hunters. These things kick ass. I absolutely love them, and you can't hardly find them anymore. So that's my primary. And last but not least, obviously, the rifle setups. For direct action, I'm pretty much going to be rocking this thing. Both setups could be extremely useful for direct action. So the first one is going to be the 14.5, more of your, I'm not even going to say CQB, it's going to be more of your generic rifleman setup. So I'm rocking the Magpul SLK minimalist stock. I think that's like the smallest one you can get. Magpul MOE rubberized G33 magnifier, Vortex Spark 2. Trigger is stock PSA. It's the EPT. I run the bad lever, extended mag release, 13.2 quad rail. I got my pressure pad for my light. This light's actually turned out to be pretty badass. It's a Firefield. It's when I was working down south, I got in a pinch. I needed a new light quick, and it's all that Academy offered. And this thing is pretty freaking badass so far. On the top, y'all seen it before, I'm running the Schmeck 15 visible and IR laser aiming device. Of course, I got my irons for all you FUDs that are going to trip balls about that. Pretty simple setup as far as my muzzle brake. I run the Strike Industries Venom 4-pronged flash hider, aka the tuning forks, and then paired with that I have the Strike Industries oppressor blast forward device. So that would be my primary direct assault that I would choose. But then with every direct assault element, you're going to want some sort of overwatch, somebody watching your ass while you're doing sketchy stuff. So that's where my 18-inch comes into play. I have it pretty much set up as sniper support, Overwatch, sniper, whatever you want to call it. Basic, bottom line, Magpul stock. I've been trying out the Magpul cheek riser. I flipped it around backwards so that I could actually run the charging handle, and it actually fits perfect and runs really nice. I like it. Magpul MOE rubberized grip. Charging handle is Tribe Defense AB. Super nice. I really like these. Trigger is Timney 3-pound flat face. I can't remember what the model is. I'll throw it up on there, maybe. Primary optic is a Vortex Sonora. It is a 4x12, so perfect amount of magnification for an 18-inch. And then piggybacked up on top, I've got the 6 Hour MSR green dot. This thing is a Haas. They're super cheap on Amazon, but man, I beat this thing to hell, and it is still going. And it has integrated covers, which is nice. I'm running a Tribe Defense 15-inch M-Lock rail. We've got a Surefire X300 inverted on the 12 o'clock position. I'm trying to think what else I got in here. This is one of those faux suppressor Gatling gun style muzzle brakes, and it actually works hella good, so I like running that on this. BCGs, this one's Wilson Combat paired with an H2 buffer and a rifle length buffer spring. And then this one is the carbine buffer spring. This one is rifle length gas, that one's mid length gas. This one shoots like a freaking wet dream, and this one's about normal. Guys, I appreciate you stopping by. I enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Definitely let me know down below stuff y'all would like to see in the future. Any more ideas on loadout videos, stuff like that. As we get more and more gear collected and tested, stuff will change. I think I'm going to do a updated bug out bag video here pretty soon. / camping video. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. Always push back.